What up, Panther Nation, Pantherologists? What is going on? Hold on one second, real quick. Just trying to get something set up here. All right, perfect. Oh, the pup is killing me. The pup is killing me. What's up, Matt Chad? I appreciate you joining the live stream. What's going on, guys? Appreciate everyone joining. Obviously, I'm going to be turning around, checking on him. All right, perfect. He's good for right now. What's up, Marcos Cash? Appreciate you being in here. Marcos Cash, I think I love your I like your Panther thing or your profile picture, whatever. Intro song lit. Yeah, I've got some new things coming to you guys, actually, which I'm actually going to share with you two guys today. Actually, let me pull that up real quick. I have some news that I need to break to you guys real quick. So some changes are coming to this channel. See what's up? Appreciate you joining the live stream, brother. All right. There's some changes coming to this channel that I need to show you. And it's good changes. It's not a bad change. It's something that I've been wanting to do. I've been really wanting to put in this channel. You know, after 3 years of hard work, I really want to put this channel's name, my name on this channel. And so this is the way I'm going to do it. Nothing's going to change as it comes to content wise, but there's the change. So soon, everything on here will still be familiarized with Pantherology, but everything now will be the Ropp Star Report. This channel will now be known as the Ropp Star Report, but still will have an affiliate with the Pantherology. So Pantherology will always be my start, but my name, I want my name in this. And so, you know, that's why I've chosen to switch it up to the Ropp Star Report. I got more stuff coming on it. I've got a new banner coming, a new logo coming. That's the new intro video. When I edit videos, I also have a countdown video as well. Just a bunch of, just going to change it up. The content's not going to change. It's still going to be the same, same thing, right? It's still going to be the same content at the end of the day. It's just, it is what it is. See, let's look at the chat here real quick. Perfect. It's perfect for these times. Yeah, right now it seems like it be. Shout out to Scoob. Yeah, he's sleeping on my bed. I figured that would, he's been wanting to get on my bed, and I've been trying to prevent him from getting on my bed. So we're going to work on that, but I figured if it's going to get him to settle down while I do this stream, might as well do so, right? Ropp Star Report. Yep, the Ropp Star Report. Yep, is going to be the change. Well, was Deion Jones elevated? Yes, he was elevated to the 53-man roster. Yeah, appreciate it. Appreciate it. But I had somebody work on it for me, obviously. Kenneth comes in and says, I hope you're having a good day, buddy. Hashtag keep pounding. Kenneth, thank you so much. I appreciate the basically $2 donation. So I appreciate any donation, but you guys just pounding the like button, subscribing to the channel. That's all I ask. I could care less. I appreciate the super chats because you can do super chats. I appreciate it. I also have started a membership so you can become a member. Memberships will include exclusive content. Basically, that would mean I will send you the edited videos. You'll get that on private. So if you're a member, you'll get the private edited versions of my content. So it's not like my OnlyFans or anything, guys. I just thought about doing it, but I just feel like I would be putting a lot of people out of work if I did so. Just kidding. I'll be putting myself out of work. Yeah, feedback. Okay, show one person opinion. Okay. I like the middle of the road takes, not overly homer takes, but not overly negative. I like your middle of the road takes. Not. Oh, okay. I appreciate that, Matt Chad. I appreciate that. All right, let's get right into it. Week 3 Seahawk prep. That's what we're going to be discussing today. Panthers news updates. Obviously, they secured Robert Rochelle, who's a familiar face in troubled waters, especially with us. Obviously, the J.C. Horn devastating hamstring injury. Turbulent performance by the secondary Monday night. So they made a bold move to hopefully help out our defensive group. But Robert Rochelle, a name that echoes through the concords of the defensive coordinator Evero's domain. He's formerly known as a 4th-round pick by the Los Angeles Rams. He's a Super Bowl champion in his rookie season. After 2 seasons in the Golden State, working under Evero's defense, recently graced the Seattle Seahawks practice squad presence, offering some valuable insight. Ahead of the pivotal week 3 matchup against Seattle, whether Rochelle can swiftly adapt and make an impact remains to be seen, but his presence adds intriguing to our Panthers cornerback defensive puzzle. When we talk about Adam Thielen's resilient confidence, he's come out and even though with these offensive struggles, which has sparked a lot of intense scrutiny against our team. And I know I've even said it. A lot of other content creators said it. Twitter's all over it, right? It's definitely disconcerting lack of execution in the first 2 opening games, right? Receivers not getting any separation. The ground game really has no identity. Basically, we've created this offense that I've seen from Frank Wright has just been a recipe of disaster, in my opinion. All right. Now, in the midst of this whole turmoil, though, Thielen seems to be still confident, right? He remains steadfast in his belief that improvements will come with this team. This is obviously a journey of progression, I guess you could say, development, right? Especially obviously starting out 0-2. We're trying to get some wins in that win column. Now Thielen so far performance shined in stark to contrast of the underwhelming showings of youthful hopefuls that we thought would be some guys that would turn the corner for us, help us in this wide receiver room, but obviously not. Terrace Marshall, Jonathan Mingo. Hopefully those guys, we're thinking those guys would have some urgency to change, start creating some plays, getting some separation. But Thielen so far and Hurst and me have been the best 2 in our wide receiver core. I think Jonathan Mingo definitely has been getting targets a lot, but he's only, in the last game he got targeted 9 times, but he only caught 4 passes, right? I was watching JT Sullivan breakdown of Bryce Young, and he was saying that Bryce, the only things that he said that the bad things were with Bryce was that he holds on to the ball too long, and he just needs to learn to just go for the check down instead of going for the big play. He also did mention that he doesn't believe that Frank Wright's play calling has been the greatest in the first 2 games when he's watching game film on Bryce. Bryce sometimes tries to go for the home run hitter sometimes. And there have been some passes that he's missed. And so JT Sullivan was kind of breaking it down very nicely. If you haven't watched it, go watch JT Sullivan's breakdown of Bryce's tape of this last game. You'll get a really clear understanding of what they were trying to do on offense, what Bryce was trying to do, and what he thought was Bryce was really trying to do, but what he could have done better. But he says that Bryce it's just going to take time to develop. It's not going to happen overnight. And he kept saying that he has all the intangibles, the IQ to make great throws, great plays with himself. So that's something that we don't need to really worry about. And that's why I was saying, everybody kept saying yesterday in the chat, well, Bryce ain't it. Well, there's other people that think otherwise. And I still, after 2 games, I'm not going to think, this guy is not it. All right. So, the consistency of him, but what the problem is there's just not any consistency in the wide receiver room. Okay. Just guys are just not getting open. That's the biggest thing. And that's what JT Sullivan even said. He goes, our wide receivers are just not getting open. I mean, we are getting beaten, man. So, but there were some plays that Bryce could have made some plays or just done the better thing by just taking the check down, at least getting some yards, maybe settling for a field goal instead of that fumble, or, just settling for, instead of just trying to make a play, just go with the check down. At least you're getting some positive yardage. Who knows? Maybe you'll break away. But, so JT Sullivan broke it down very well for me this morning, and I was watching some of that. So I would definitely go check his takes on that. So there's some concerns about this whole Bryce Young thing. His week 3 status really kind of just remains in the balance right now. He missed yesterday's practice due to this ankle concern, apparently sustained during the Monday night game. Honestly, Frank Wright has been tight-lipped as always, as he has been. So it's kind of just leaving us all in suspense of what's going to happen. Pete Carroll, however, offers some praise for Bryce Young, which was nice to hear. About his unwavering confidence, mirrors the sentiments of Carolina's front office, who think that Young is the future of our franchise, which Pete Carroll came out and said. He got a lot of praise from him, which is great to hear from Pete Carroll, who's one of the best coaches, I think, in the NFL right now. Obviously he's in his early stages. Obviously Bryce is still in his early stages of his career in the NFL and has been facing a lot of adversity. But for Pete Carroll to say that he has belief in him, I think says a lot as well. And he thinks that our organization made the right call as well. He's come out and said that he thinks we made the right call in getting Bryce. So, but the question is that we're going to dive into a little bit more. Will Bryce take the field this weekend? I don't know. Right? We don't know right now. Now, Andy Dalton, the unassuming hero. Now there's uncertainty, right, with this whole Bryce injury, right? Andy Dalton stands poised to come in, take the start, ready to go under center. Really, obviously, they brought Dalton in to be more of a mentorship role for Young. But he's definitely a reliable insurance policy, right? So, I think can Dalton's ability to rise to this occasion, bring that wisdom, who's a seasoned veteran quarterback, can his experience secure a victory, right? Can he not make erratic decisions on the field? So it's intriguing to see what's going to happen, right? It's intriguing to see what's going to happen with this team this weekend, because we're already going through challenges and starting off 0-2. We're having injuries. Shaq Thompson's out for the year. Brady Christensen, J.C. Horn, right? And then you've got Taylor Moton dealing with a bicep injury we don't know about. Well, then before that, we had some Terrace Marshall, DJ Chark, all these guys just getting injured. There's just been a lot of injuries too, but it's all about how you overcome this adversity, right? So at the end of the day, I guess the only mentality that I can continue to have is keep pounding and the next man up. So that is your news and updates for the Carolina Panthers. Let me get in the chat real quick. Shout out to Kenneth, man. Thank you so much. All right, let's see. I think it's a mistake if they sit Bryce because Seahawks defense is as good as Saints, in my opinion. No, we're going to dive into the Seahawks and we're going to talk more about them. Coach need to get Bryce head, not let him get in too low, not too high. He just needs to improve a little each game. And I think he has, right? He didn't throw any picks last game. The only turnover that he had was that fumble, that was the play that JT Sullivan said he should have thrown it to the check down guy. And just, even if you don't get the first down, at least you lived another day and you get the field goal and you're still in scoring range, but you're right there. At the end of the day, you're right there. What is going on with my... Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I was like looking at my nose. Like I thought I was red as shit. I'm not to believe the trial fire is best. So he missed today's practice too. Okay. Well, he can practice. So Friday will really tell where he's at. Maybe walkthroughs on Saturday will tell where he's at, but we'll see. I don't understand why Lutton has not been on practice squad the entire time. He needs to keep up in case Bryce has a missed week. I mean, Chatter, they still have, you got to still think the Red Rockets backing him up. Dalton's going to be way better than Lutton. Putting Jake Lutton out there is not going to solve the issue. Our problem is his receivers. They can't get open. Bryce has nobody to throw it to. Need receivers. Absolutely. Bryce needs to stand with a tablet, put on a headset for 4 to 6 weeks, watch and learn. It could be a resolution, Marcos. Time will tell on that. It could be a resolution to that could be the resolution to all things, right? Maybe that's what they want to do. Maybe they want to sit him out until the bye week, until we go into this stretch against the Texans, Indianapolis, and the Chicago Bears, which is crazy to think about because we play the Texans against CJ Stroud. Then you play Anthony Richardson, all these guys two guys that you skipped on in the draft, and then Justin Fields with the Bears with the whole DJ Moore thing. So it's that after that bye week, it's going to be a lot of drama, a lot of leading up to, a lot of storylines leading up to after the bye week. So maybe Marcos, maybe you might be right in that aspect of letting him sit till we go through the bye week, which means he would sit out for 4 games. He would get the bye week, which 5 weeks would just get himself to, I guess kind of hit the reset button, right? But we'll see. So, right. But if you needs a starter backup, yeah, of course. You can always call him up, Matt Chatter. You can always call him up. Like, let's say if there's someone can't play, you can always bring somebody up for the active roster for before the game. Bryce just needs 1 game with tablet. I think this was a wisely planned. That's what I'm kind of thinking too, Matt Chatter. That could also be it. Like, there's kind of multiple ways you can go about the situation, right? You either continue to let him play, see if he continues to develop, right? You just continue to let him play, or you sit him a game, then put him back in the next game, see if that works. Set him out for 4 weeks. There's multiple ways you can go about this, right? Which one is going to be the right way? Because I'm not a coach. I'm obviously coming to you guys from a fan standpoint, but we'll see. I heard Bryce may not play this Sunday. Yep, Black Mamba, you heard correctly. I heard the plan was to bring in a third quarterback. If that's the case, not sure why we let Matt C go, to be honest. I don't know either. There's some offseason moves that I'm going to talk about here today that is just really pisses me off. And I think that was just, it doesn't really piss me off. It's just more now that after I've seen what's going on in the first 2 games this offseason, stuff like that. The first 2 games, I know it's his first 2 games, but there's really something here that is that made me think that some of these offseason moves that they did do and that they didn't do is what's killing us right now. If there isn't any statistics that show any difference between having a quarterback sit a year or if they play, I don't know, Josh. That's a good question. I would have to really do some research upon that, but I might be able to find something to that question. We lose if Frank makes the calls. Nader, I'm ready for Thomas Brown to just take the reins on that, honestly. Our wide receivers are getting open, not wide open. Bryce is not hitting them. Now Marcos, go watch JT Sullivan's video on him and breaking it down. Trust me, it is our wide receivers that aren't getting open. There are times where there is in the breakdown with JT Sullivan that I watched the game film and how he broke it down. He said, yes, there are some plays that Bryce missed some throws, but for the most part, he says that these guys can't even beat man coverage. These guys can't even get out in the open, and they're trying these long-winded routes instead of these quick game routes that I've been saying that needs to be ran. That is the problem here. These guys are not deep threat guys. They're not downhill runners. These guys are quick slants, hitch routes, flats, fade routes. Get in, get in and out quick. That's what these guys are, and they're not doing it. And the play calling is not helping them either. So go watch JT Sullivan's breakdown on Bryce Young's last game, and I can tell you right now, Marcos Cash, you will think differently once you watch it, because he broke it down to which was music to my ears. Trust me. Wright is not a good at deception. Matt C is loony. Maybe he deals with stress and anxiety just like anybody else does. Depression. Matt Corral, that's what he deals with. I believe if we keep losing, we will trade Brian Burns to recover the first round pick that's missing. That's why they haven't signed him to a long-term deal. Could be a possibility. All right, let's talk about Shaq being away. Now, obviously, with this was a big, I feel like this could be a crushing blow to our defense, especially from a leadership standpoint, with this season-ending injury. So, the question is how much will he be missed as a veteran linebacker, right? The misfortune unfolded right there in front of us. Offensive tackle Trevor Pennington advertently crushed his leg, basically. Leaving the former first-round pick with a broken fibula. It was a devastating blow to us. And I was there watching it, and it's unfortunate. Obviously now Thompson's not the only one that in our group that's dealing with injuries, right? Obviously, offensive lineman Bradley Bozeman, still Corbett's still out. J.C. Horn already sidelined as well. So it was just a gut punch to me. I felt like it was a gut punch to our defense. I think Shaq Thompson is a good player. Do I think he's Luke Kuechly, Thomas Davis status? No. Do I feel like he's milked our franchise to the fact of his contract? Yes, because the only reason why they did that was because of the fact that Luke Kuechly and Thomas Davis hyped him up. But do I think Shaq is one of the best leaders on our defense? Absolutely, because the way he plays, right? And the way it takes in these players, the way he takes these guys under his wing, the way he speaks to them, the way he lines them up, the way he is in the backfield. He is basically the commander, the chief of our defense, I feel like, because him and Von Bell now, but I will say Von Bell has stepped up in that case too. But Thompson has these warrior-like qualities, right? I will say that. Like he's got that player who knows how to practice, knows how to play, above all, knows how to put the team first, and which he's done. Obviously, we all need to adopt this mentality at this point that the next man up and continue to have that mentality of keep pounding. Now, the Thompson's absence isn't just about tackles and stats. It's about his leadership. That's what I want to get on here. The on-field communication, the motivational presence that he brings. Okay. Thompson is a long-standing Panther. All right. He's been that alpha leader within our locker room. Okay. He has had steady production that might not always make headlines, but it is irreplaceable in essence, right? Camus Grugier-Hill showcased promise when Thompson was sidelined, channeling that momentum from an outstanding camp into his performance. And so it appears he'll be the starter for the remainder of the 2023 season. However, Frankie Luvu, who delivered an outstanding performance against the Saints as well, providing the assurance desperately needed in Thompson's absence. I think Luvu's ability to sustain his top-tier form over the course of the season is is going to happen. I don't see that man slowing down. He only knows how to play with one speed, as you can tell. He's motivated to expand that influence. He's poised to have the potential of a lucrative contact tract extension, in my opinion. Um, he's a prospect that drives him to really excel, right? Obviously, with that contract extension. I feel that Thompson also, physical presence on the field will be sorely missed because his impact off it cannot be overstated. You know, the Panthers' challenge now lies in keeping him involved throughout his rehabilitation, levering his, you know, his veteran status within the locker room to continue to keep this morale of this team up. Obviously, I don't really have any concerns to the depth part of our team. We have a lot of financial flexibility still to have further additions. If obviously the right opportunity arises. If all else fails, Deion Jones has been obviously called up to the 53-man roster. So we'll see who steps in. And I think Grugier-Hill, I think Deion Jones, I think with Luvu, I think those guys, can come in and step in and definitely add those help in the depth position of the linebacker corps. We have to run the ball 30, 40 times if we're going to have any chance. Not a whole lot. Shaq is not the old Shaq. Yep. I like your offense pattern you talk about. I believe middle to short routes. Hurst, Thielen will be open. Maybe send Mingo to optional middle, deep routes. I mean, you can. The thing is with the quick game is that it's just easy completions. And I don't understand why they just don't run that kind of style of offense, right? Like, I don't understand with the wide receiver core why they don't do that. I mean, it's just, and there should be no RPOs. It just should be, because the RPOs don't work with Shenault. Those RPO plays with Shenault just don't work. They just don't. It fails every single time. All right, let's move on. All right, let's talk about this Bryce injury real quick. All right. Obviously, it continues to get worse and worse, right? Like, I mean, I don't know how much more worse it can really get, right? With this whole thing with Bryce's injury, and all the other injury concerns that we do have, So it kind of just adds the cherry on top with everything else that's going on, right? Obviously, we'll see. Young appeared to me moving reasonable during the game's final plays, leading to myself believing it might just be a minor issue. I mean, however, the uncertainty surrounding this status is, it's a concern, right? We're going up against a team that its defense is bottom half in the NFL right now. Actually, I don't even know if they're top. I don't even think Seattle's defense is even top 25. Maybe maybe a category or two. I mean, not top 25, but I don't even think they're top 20. I don't think it's very good. Yeah, I mean, right now, based off of Pro Football Focus, so PFF, they're ranked number 23 in the NFL right now. So there's a lot of holes that could definitely be, obviously there definitely could be some holes that, could definitely be something we could attack. Because here's the thing. If Young fails to recover in time for this game, the Panthers are going to turn to Andy Dalton. That's it. Okay. Now, Dalton made a brief appearance in week 2, taking a real quick, short yardage snap, although it surprised many, right? And then Wright expects confidence in his ability to maintain this team's momentum. Now, while Dalton brings stability to the quarterback position, even if his prime days are behind him, his presence on the roster has meant to be a reliable backup for Young in case of injury, right? So, however, losing the franchise new face, even for a brief period of time, could be a minor setback. I don't think this is going to be, even if Bryce isn't injury, it's obviously for him to sit back and just learn, right? Now that we have brought in Jake Luton, they could obviously bring him in as the backup role to be behind Dalton. So it just all depends on how long, Young is going to be injured and how long, he's going to be out. Hold on one second. I'm trying to see what my puppy's doing. What are you doing? Come here. Crate. Scooby, crate. No, crate. So, I mean, oh God, he's being a pain. So I need you to go in your crate. Just a little. I'll let you back out. Thank you. I'll let you back out in a little bit. But, I think that the issue is that just establishing the right move for Bryce and the team at the end of the day, whether if he does have an ankle injury or not, right? So we'll see. The uncertainty surrounding Young's status, though, still, we don't know. I mean, right? It's just I wouldn't panic. Obviously, some people in social media are the best, of course, from of action basically right now, remains to wait and to be seen, right, until an official announcement is made. And maybe he really truly does have an ankle injury, right? Obviously, I think for number one, we've just had an unlucky start, both in terms of results and health. Wide receivers not getting separations, corners not making, not making plays. So if Young is ruled out for what would be only his third regular season start, it would be the icing on the cake, really, of our season thus far, really. I mean, so all I can do at this point is hope and pray for the best, and get ready for these treacherous waters and strap myself in, right? All this, that's all I can do at this point. Thanks for everyone joining the live stream. Make sure you pound that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Click that post notifications bell so you don't miss out on any new content. Sorry for being. Good job, buddy. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. That was a good boy. You peed in your crate right on the mat. That's what I wanted you to do. Good job. Good boy. Sorry about that. He peed. I have his crate, and so he has a crate, and then he has like an outside crate. So it's like connected. And I put pee mats in his thing, and he peed in them. So it's good. Because the last time he did it, he peed on his bed. So that didn't help. No. 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 You did good. You did good. Here. Here. There you go. Good boy. All right. Good job. Now lay down. Lay down. Sit. 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 All right. All right. I'll let you out. But that's it. You gotta leave me alone for like 30 minutes. Probably not gonna happen. Oh, good boy. All right. Exactly, Clay. The Seahawks defense isn't as good as what we've played so far. That's why I'm thinking it's a good game to play for Bryce. Could be. I mean, that's the thing. Like, see, the Seahawks, yes, they got to win against the Detroit, right? They had a better game. Offensively, it wasn't defensively. It was definitely offensively for Seattle. So there's a lot of question marks still on their defense, which means obviously we could, this could be a game for Bryce to really, maybe get some boost of confidence, right? So we'll see if he's injured, if he's truly injured, fine. If he's not, then it's a game that he gets to sit back, rest, and if he's truly injured, and if the narrative is that he's not injured and they're just sitting him because they want him to sit back and learn, then sure, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's going to be it's a win-win situation, right? It's could be a good development for Bryce, but then it could be if he plays, then it could be a game that he has a really good game, and he has a bounce back game, and it improves his confidence. So, that's what it could be. Grim Reaper's in here saying keep pounding. Appreciate that, Grim Reaper. Grim Reaper, you got to make since Halloween's around the corner, you got to make that RKO pumpkin again. Good, yeah, good boy. Ouch! Stop teething. All right, let's move on to the next topic here. Okay, Panthers offseason blunders. Ignoring the CB unit. That was one. So this is the offseason blunders. That is why I think we're seeing part of the results we're seeing. Okay. Number one, you ignored the Scott Fitter. You ignored the cornerback unit. Okay. They didn't do anything for the quarterback unit, right? The quarterback room was a cause of concern due to the inconsistency and injuries, yet minimal efforts have been made to really fortify this group. J.C. Horn sidelined again with a hamstring injury. I said this before and I'll say it again. No matter to what position in the NFL, whatever, right? In a team sport, doesn't matter if it's football, basketball, soccer, hockey. What's another team sport am I missing? I feel like I just named all of them. Your best ability is availability at the end of the day, right? That's it. And you got guys that have been injured before, like JC and Dante Jackson, okay? Who, when JC Horn, when JC Horn is healthy, he's a lockdown corner, but he can't stay on the field, right? Dante Jackson's the same way, okay? So CJ Henderson yielding big plays in the first 2 weeks, didn't happen. So the secondary is becoming a weak link, right? So Evero's defense faces this is a formidable passing attack, okay, ahead of us, okay? So to failure to address this area this offseason is now a glaring issue, and we're seeing it, right? The high expectations is already proving costly. No. Now, signing Miles Sanders, okay? This offense has been a lackluster, okay? Wide receivers not getting open, struggling to find consistency under Frank Wright's guidance. It's a significant issue, okay? It has been the inability to establish a consistent run game. Now, when we had Deontay Foreman and Chuba Hubbard last year, for some reason we were able to do so. But then getting Miles Sanders in free agency, which we expected him to fill the void and be that pass-catching downhill runner, right? However, the early signs to me suggest that Sanders hasn't provided the spark this team really needs, okay? With an underperforming offensive line, I will say that, obviously due to issues between Christensen and Corbett, right? Hey, no. Right? So I need improvement from Miles Sanders in. All right. I need him to improve. I need to see him do better. Say they play Andy Dalton looks good against a worse defense, then it becomes a clown show with our fans. They should play 100% play. I get it, Josh, because everybody's going to be saying, well, we should have started playing Andy Dalton first, right? I get it. Wright has never had a rookie QB, and it feels like he's uncomfortable. It makes me nervous about him, but we'll wait to see what they do. Yes. No, sir. Stop. No chew. Here. Here. Take that. There. It's just going to take time with him, guys. It's just going to take time. You got to be patient with puppies, man. It's been a while since I've had a puppy. I haven't had a puppy in 10 years. So it's just going to take time. All right. And then the other thing. Okay. So I wasn't done with this. Sorry. Drafting Jonathan Mingo. I know this is early to pass judgment on rookies, but expectations were high for Mingo as a second round pick. Same thing how the way it was with Terrace Marshall. You bring in a franchise quarterback like Bryce, who needs playmakers to support him. Mingo's production has been underwhelming, in my opinion, with just 5 receptions for 43 yards in 2 games. Now, while the chemistry between Mingo and Young may improve, if the pass catcher unit doesn't step up collectively, this could be a glaring issue. Like I said, the consistency from our wide receivers of not getting any separation, it's not going to do us any good. And it's not going to help Bryce develop. So until that's resolved, we're not going to be able to score any points. So then the next issue was not paying Brian Burns. You failed to extend your star edge rusher, Brian Burns, and it has drawn distractions and criticisms already for this team. Despite having consecutive Pro Bowl appearances, negotiations dragged on, the offer from Los Angeles was turned down. The prolonged standoff could end up costing us substantially more if Burns continues to excel and demands a hefty contract. The franchise tag may be the fallback, but it's a precautious situation that could impact other players seeking big paydays. So we have to navigate the early season challenges while hoping these off-season decisions don't continue to haunt us. Hey, no. Oh, this dog. All right, let's move on. Enough of that. Either lay down. Okay. Either get down or get in your crate. It's one or the other. We ain't playing this game. Reich has never. Okay, Tank Dell, who was drafted in the 3rd round, looks better than Mingo up to this point. You also got to think about Amon-Ra St. Brown. They took Terrace Marshall over him. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? Go look at what Amon-Ra St. Brown's doing now. You know what I mean? All right, battle of Seattle. Battle against Seattle. Okay, there's a historic face-off. The Seattle leads against us 10-5 in all-time series against the Panthers. With a 3-2 advantage in the regular season matchups. However, it is noteworthy that we did emerge victorious last season against them. And beat them 30-24 on the win in December. No, sir. This is a no. No, sir. No, chew. No. No, sir. Where's your Okay, there's your elk. Here's this. Here's this. Get it. There's treats in there. Okay. Now, Seattle soaring high. Week 2 offensive fireworks. Okay. The Seahawks are back on track offensively after their loss against the Rams. In their week 2 clash against Detroit, they played very well, orchestrated a spectacular comeback, securing that 37-31 victory in overtime. Geno Smith was driving that team down. He was 32 of 41, 328 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Then he had the game-winning pass to wide receiver Tyler Lockett during a 35-yard overtime drive where he completed 6 of his 7 passes for 69 yards. Smith also connected with DK Metcalf on a crucial 16-yard pass on 3rd down during that decisive drive. Now, after breaking that down, head coach Pete Carroll, right, couldn't help but, give Smith his praise, emphasizing his consistent and decision-making. Now, hopefully, now he's saying that he hopes his performance will mirror the expectations placed on, showcasing his growth since the previous season. Now, DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett, they're going to be a tough duo to go against again, just like Chris Olave, Michael Thomas, right? That's going to be an issue. Can our corners line up and lock down both of those guys very well? Can CJ Henderson, Dante Jackson get the job done? Will it be Troy Hill? Will it be Von Bell? Can our secondary cause turnovers against these guys? No, sir. No. So now there is some injury concerns with DK Metcalf. I think he might be out, even though he had an impressive 75 yards for 6 receptions against Detroit. Now, Tyler Lockett had 59 yards on 8 receptions. He accompanied 2 touchdowns as well. So they got the potent weapons, right? They got the potent weapons. Their offense underwent a whole transformation. Okay. They had 95 more yards than they did against week 1, right? So they're 17th in the passing yards per game and averaging around 203 yards. Okay. So the offensive line held strong against them. They only allowed 3 sacks so far, right? In this season, that their offensive line has only allowed 3 sacks so far this season. So that puts them at the top 8 in the NFL. Okay. Now, they do have an opportunistic defense, I would say. I don't know if it would be a game changer defense. I know I put that in there, but they did play a pivotal role in this week 2 matchup against Detroit. Okay. They secured 3 turnovers, right? And then propelling them to a second. I said no. 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 No, sir. No. Now, this defense, I said no. No. You're not going to get what you want every single time you whine. So they secured 3 turnovers. The defense did. That's propelling them now into the second place in the NFL. Now I know that the turnovers is second place in the NFL, but their defense is ranked 23rd in the NFL right now. Okay. Now, Trey Brown was the one that really electrified that defense in the last game because he had a 40-yard touchdown return from an interception return, a pick 6. Okay. That increased their lead by 10 points against them, which Jared Goff's streak of having no interceptions was 383 passing attempts without an interception. Right. So, or 3,000, well, no, not 3,000. It was 383 passing completions without an interception. So, which was ranking him as the third longest in the NFL history. So Trey Brown's interception, no, enough. Now, Trey Brown's interception basically just put them up by 10 points. Okay. And then, the injury to watch out for, though, against the Seahawks is DK Metcalf, who sustained a rib injury to return to this game. He's one of the players that's under the medical watch. Carroll acknowledged his snoreness and expressed his optimism about his recovery, hinting that the importance of a few days of rest for him. Now, Pro Bowl corner Rick Woolen's status is also in question after he left the game against the Lions with a chest injury. They're taking a cautious approach on him. So as of right now, they're just taking it one day at a time. Okay. Now, one significant development in the potential return is that Jamal Adams could come back and play in this game, who hasn't played since week 1 due to a torn quad tendon, but Adams returned to practice last week. And while there is anticipation surrounding week 3 come back against the Panthers, they're still taking a careful approach against him and his recovery. So we will see between these injuries, comebacks, you know, who's going to come back, who's going to play, who's going to be out, who's going to be in on the Seahawks side. But there is like a list of players for Seattle that's going to be out in this game. Kind of want to look at their injury report real quick. Dude, if you don't chill out, you'll be fine, dude. You'll be fine. I will take you on a walk here shortly. Holy crap. They've got a list of players out. No. So here's their list of injuries. I'll hop off on here in a minute. I'm almost done. So we've got cornerback Kobe Bryant out. All right. So Kobe Bryant's out or did not participate on Wednesday. Charles Cross did not participate on Wednesday. Derek Hall, full participant on Wednesday. DK Metcalf did not participate on Wednesday. Jaron Reed did not participate Wednesday. Will Disley did not participate Wednesday. Julian Love did not participate Wednesday. Tyreek Woodland did not participate. Devin Bush did not participate. And Boye Mafe did not participate. Vin Brown, limited participation. And Philly Haynes, limited participation. Noah Fant full. And Jamal Williams full. So that is a lot of players. We have did not participate, limited, and full. So the Seattle's got some injury issues right now to handle. So again, guys, appreciate everyone joining the live stream. I apologize that I was kind of like turning my head, going back and forth. Obviously, you can hear my whining pup. I appreciate everyone joining the live stream. I'm probably going to have to do tomorrow's live stream just upstairs in my kitchen because and I'm just going to have to leave him down here and let him whine because I can't continue to have distractions when I'm trying to focus with you guys. So he's just going to have to learn. But anyways, I appreciate everyone joining the live stream. Make sure you pound that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. All my links to the Discord, social media, BetUSA, It's all down below in the description of this video live stream. Also, go check me out on all my social media. Go check out the Bet USA. Go check out the Discord link. All of that is down below in my link tree and the description of this live stream. So I appreciate everyone joining. Sorry I was going back and forth. But I'm still trying to give you all as much content as I can. So I appreciate it. And just guys, just try to stay as positive as you can. I'll still be here for you guys. We can maybe one of these days we can do a pillow talk. So I appreciate everyone joining. Make sure you pound the like button, subscribe, and as always, keep pounding.